Hello guys, and welcome back to the garage. As I mentioned before, I was born in the wrong country, because outside now it's the 23rd of May and it's like 6 degrees, windy and cold. It's not very pleasant to ride a Vespa in this cold weather. And that's why I'm going to install a heated seat, heated grips on my Vespa. So I'm going to show you how to install these parts, the heated grips and the heated seat, and the installation kit for it. I will tell you my thoughts about these parts. I already noticed a thing that I don't think is very good, and I'm going to tell you a very important thing later, so stay tuned. I will also give you all the part numbers for the parts that you need to install this. Here we have the seat. If you can see it here, it says Comfort on the side. Touching it like this, feeling like this, it's no, I can't say it's any different from this one. I would say the original one might be a bit softer actually. Yeah, I think the original one is softer. Otherwise this looks like a original seat until you do like this, then you can see that you have a cable going down here. All these are genuine Vespa Piaggio parts, so it's no aftermarket or anything. These are from Vespa. The part number for the seat is 1B011696. So we're going to start with this. So first of all we need to remove the original seat, which is very easy. You just undo these two screws here, then you can remove it. So no, it's not more than that, it's very easy. When installing the new seat, you take the cable and pull it through this hole here. Like that. And then it's just to put the screws back in. So now that the seat is installed, you have the cable here. And this is going to be attached to here we have a contact that they taped in here. So remove this and pull it out and then connect it. For all of these parts you get a manual, an installation manual, but they're not always there that easy to follow. Here we have the contact this is supposed to go in. So remove this lock, whatever we're going to call it, this lid, and then you can put this in here. Okay, that's connected, and now I can put a stripe or something here. So that's how easy it is to install the seat. Now that the seat is in place, we can continue with the heated grips, and for this we need to remove this fairing here, and this one, and this one here first of all. So we can start with this one, and here just put your screwdriver in there, and then you have a screw in there that you need to loosen to remove this. There we go. Before I continue, I promised you a important tip here, and that is this kit, this heated seat, heated grips with the control unit and everything is only for the 2023 models and onwards. So you can't fit this to the older ones because you need to have the MIA connectivity. So this also means that you need to have a SuperTech or a Super Sport Vespa from 2023 or onwards. It won't fit the GTS or the GTS Super without an extra module. Then you need to buy the communication MIA module, and this is very expensive because this kit here with this module here, the heated grips, heated seat and installation cable and so on, is like 630 euros I think. And if you want to install this on the GTS or GTS Super, you need to buy this other module, and that's like 300 euros more I think. So you'll end up at around 1,000 euros just to warm up your little butt. And that's very expensive, I think. But I wanted a heated seat because it's comfy, I think. And I have another video where I show you how to install the Oxford heated grips, and they are the same price as these ones. So if you have a GTS or GTS Super or whatever, you could always put the aftermarket Oxford grips on. They will do just as well. Okay, let's continue. So removing this fairing here, you have one screw here, one in here, one here, and one here, and one here. You start by removing these 5 screws. With the 5 screws removed, then you need to twist and bend this a little bit, but if you can see here, you have a plastic hole here, then you have a knob on the inside going into this hole. So if you pull this a little bit outwards like that, then it will come loose. And then we have to disconnect this cable for the headlight like that. Then we have this little black fairing here, and that's just this little screw here. You also need to remove this front case here, and this is held by, if in here you have one screw here, then you have your screws down here on each side, and then when you remove these black fairings here, you have a screw here, and of course one on this side. And then we also have this screw here. So in total we have 8 screws to remove. And on the inside here we have a bracket that we need to lift up like this. To make it a little easier to remove this, we can remove the cap for the cooling water. So now we should be able to remove this, hopefully. This is enough to be able to pull in our new cable, so don't need to remove it more than this. We have this central unit for the heating, this one. This has the part number 1D004429. And you also need a central unit installation kit, and that's what's in this bag. And this has the part number 1D004443. And in here we have cables and stuff. We should have a bracket that I need now. Here, a bracket to attach this central unit to the bracket. That's what I'm going to do. Just tighten these properly. Then we're good to go. In the installation kit you get this clamp here, and this clamp is going in here over this hole here, like that. This is the wiring harness that you get in the installation kit. So we're going to pull this in now. We're now on the left hand side of the bike, and now it's this big contact here we're going to install, and that goes along with this one. So there's a cap on here that we need to remove. So we remove this socket here. Then on this wiring harness you have 2 big contacts, and the one you want to use is the one without a cap on it, because this one with a cap on it is for if you're going to install a alarm system. So we're using this to connect to this one. Like so. Now with this connected, you have on this other one that was for the alarm system, you have a clamp here. This clamp should go on the bracket on the frame, it says in the installation manual, and it's very hard to see, but I think it's in here. On this one here. So that's where I'm going to attach it. Like that. Now it's stuck there. And then we have this contact here. This one in our wiring harness is for our heated seat. And that goes into this one. You can see it here. They taped up a contact here. It's very hard to see actually. But here we have contact. So we are going to join these two together. Here it is, the contact I'm talking about. I removed it here from the wiring harness. So you can fit this into this one. There's a cap on this one that you need to remove, like that. Remove this cap, and then you put your contact in here. Like so. And then we can stripe this up. Now we have two connectors left on our wiring harness. This one is if you have a heated leg cover. This is for a central unit. And these we should pull through here and out. Can you see my finger on this side? Out here. So pull them through and stripe them up and get them out there. There we go. Now we can connect our central unit to this. Now we're going to get this in place, which is a bit tricky. So I need to fold it a bit. Now that you got it in place, you can see that the central unit is facing inwards. Then you need to put your little screw here in place, which is no fun. Now that's in place. Now this one, that's for the heated leg cover, I'm not going to use this, but this is going to be pulled up through here and up to here. Like so, and this one also has a clamp on it, so you can attach it somewhere. I would say it could go here, maybe, like that. Now we're going to continue with the heated grips, and normally you would have steering weight sitting here. I have mirrors, but the steering weights and the mirrors are just held by one screw here that you need to remove. They will come loose. To be able to remove this grip here, we need to remove the front fairing. To do that, we have a screw here. You need to remove this one on the top here. This is very tricky because inside here, I don't know if you can see it, but in here we have a screw also that we need to remove to be able to pull this out a bit. That's 3 screws removed on that side, and now we have 3 on this side. This one, and it's impossible to see, but behind this big wiring harness you have a screw. And then this we'll be able to lean this forward. Behind here we have one. Now I'm able to remove these 2 screws for the throttle here, and then be able to remove the grip. So loosen these 2, like that. And now this will slide right off. Now I'm going to show you the thing that I think is really bad. As I mentioned, these are genuine Piaggio Vespa parts. Okay, and this is not the one. This is the one. This is the one for the throttle. Now, first of all, these look very plastic, not very nice. And looking at the connection here, doesn't look very good, I think. Let's see how long they last. And the other thing is, you can see the new ones are shorter. These are like 1 centimeter or half centimeter longer. And if you look here, when I hold this grip, I have quite a lot left here on the outside to move my hand around. These ones, nothing. So these are actually shorter. So I figured this won't, you have to see how it looks when you get it in place. Now we can connect our wires again and put the lid back on and so on. Now we're going to put the lid back into place, and this can only go one way, fit one way. You can see here that you have a small knob sticking up that goes into this hole here. So you can't go wrong. With the throttle grip in place, we can now fold this back and attach all our screws for the front fairing here, I think. Now that this cover or this fairing is in place again, it's time to sort this grip out, and this is a little more difficult to get out. So what I usually do is that I put a screwdriver or something in here. I'm gonna take some lubricant like that. And then I have to twist and turn a bit here. Eventually it will come loose. Like that. Grip, and this has 2 screws on the inside, as you can see. So what you can do is that you fold the rubber away and then you'll get access to the screw. So screw both of the screws out, and then you put this in place, and then you have to drill 2 holes here, 2 3.5mm holes. And this should be, you can see the wire going out here. This should be straight out here, because this will go here later on, something like this. The heater grip on the throttle side here has this rubber part, as you can see, and this will go over here. So we need to make a hole in the plastic for this. I don't know why they don't want us to put it here. I think that should be better, but according to the manual it should be here. Maybe put it here, I don't know. But we have to make a hole for it anyway, drill out a hole for it. Now I pull the cables for the heated grips here, and here it should be obviously on this side. Down here, inside here, then you can see them coming down. It's not very easy to see, but here's one, and the other one is in here. Over here is the other one. Here we have them, and they're going to be attached to these 2 connectors here. Just remove the cover of these ones, and then it's just to connect them. That's it, everything is in place. Now I'm going to put everything together. I'm going to start with the glove compartment here. Here you can see what I mean with the grips, that they are much smaller. Look at this. This is the weight for the, you can see it's 1 centimeter too short. I mean, how do they figure this would look? So if you're going for heated grips, don't buy the original ones, because this doesn't look very well, I must say. This is how it came out. The seat is not much to say. I really must say, these heated grips, I'm really disappointed. Look here, this gap here and this gap here. On this side I managed to squeeze in my bar and mirror here, but not on this side, because obviously this doesn't go all the way in, so I couldn't fit it here, so I have to go with one. So yeah, this is not very impressive, I must say, but let's see how they work. So now I've been testing this and it works. It gets really hot, the seat and the grips, no problem. So apart from this looking like crap, it feels really good. And I'm going to show you here how to control the heat. You got 4 levels. So if you can see here on the display, you have a heat symbol coming up here that was not here before. And to now it says 0. And if I want to start this, then I use my start button. And then you can see it comes to number 1. Toggle again, it comes to number 2. Toggle again, and then it comes to heat level 3, and toggle again, then you have heat level 4. So just use your start button to toggle between different heat levels. And once again, then you're back to 1. And once again twice. And if you want to go back to 0, you keep the start button pressed, and then you go back to 0. And you can do this during the ride, and that's no problem. It's going to be fun to see how this works while riding. This gets really hot. So that's it for this time. Thank you for watching.